This is Shop Talk with Buck. I am Buck and welcome to my shop. This week here we had a few little projects and I got a trick with putting eyes in. I wanted to show you because I built a jewelry organizer. We started our Christmas presents, what we did. And it had a lot of hooks and eyes where they could hang the jewelry display on the wall, which when she put her jewelry on it, it looks good. I'm quite pleased the way it turned out. It was nothing on it, but by the time she put her jewelry on it, things are sharp. And in the process of making it, I remember making some eyes, and I was in a tight place. You know how a lot of times on a pretty good size eye, you put a pair of channel locks on it and then spin that dude around or stick a screwdriver through it. For some reason, I didn't have that room, and I had several of them to do. So I made this little fella right here, made it out of pine, put me some tape around it because, you know, pine's a little weak. The thing about it is, it got me through a bind, and I've been wanting to make a hardwood, make one out of hardwood. So I had a piece, didn't take much. So I had a piece, and I went ahead and turned it on the lathe. And then on the bandsaw, I cut this little slit right here for where the eye goes in it. So let me show y'all. It's just a little old trick that I made. It's one of them deals where I kind of had to at the time, and in this jewelry organizer, you had three sides. You just turn a quarter at a time each. We did the first two, then I forgot I had this thing, and once I did the first two, and went ahead and got this, oh, it was a fraction of the time. Of course, you know, on these right here, I like to drill a pallet hole. I just make sure it goes in the right place. Make sure you're going in the right direction. Just like that right there. It's actually, okay. The thing about it is, you made it out of a scrap piece of wood. It didn't take about 5 minutes to make it. I did finally get it made out of, which this pine is held up. But I put the tape around it. I was afraid that it would keep it from splitting. But I think this in here will be fine. I may put a piece of tape because, you know, wood splits along the grain, and the grain's running this way. So we got our jewelry organizer took care of. Like I say, this is August. I usually spend Christmas making Christmas gifts all the way up to late Christmas Eve, trying to finish them up. So we thought we'd get an earlier start. I probably still have to do it late Christmas Eve, but well, we're trying to get a start on it. I think you got 6 of those jewelry organizers to make. I guess I better get after it, I guess. Something else, the planer blade, my thickness planer. I went ahead and made some, a tool right here to sharpen my planer blades. It took a few minutes to make it, but now that it's made, I went ahead and put some shellac on it because, you know, I got the hone right, because you get some moisture involved, and that kind of helped with the moisture. Got me some grain running straight, so maybe it won't be a moving, because right now I can put all 3 blades in it, run a stone across it, and it looks pretty even. So the next time I need to change blades, I'm going to use those blades. And of course, I'm going to get me a piece of wood, a scrap piece, sacrifice piece, and I'm going to make sure that everything is, I'll check all the measurements, make sure everything is like it should be. Because if I go to the trouble of sharpening them and it's not what you need, there ain't no sense doing it, but that will be the final test. And what I'll do, once I do a final test, I just put those blades in it, so hopefully they'll last for a little bit anyway. And the thing about it is, little old tricks like this is where, you know, I love doing that part of it, because about as much as I do the projects, because it makes a lot of times of your jigs and stuff, it'll make it quicker. Most of the time it'd be safer and more accurate. I mean, you know. So, but here, if this works, it's going to be cost effective as well. Plus, I like making my own jigs anyway. The jigs you buy, I found that they're a little complicated. To me, the more simple it is, like the L fence, the more simple it is, the quicker you set it up, and the more apt you're going to use it. I made a tenon jig one time. It had put some sliders and you know, you crank and had a device here with an all thread that you pop it in, it moves it 1/16 of an inch, and had the plexiglass and where you mark here, and it just, I used it one time. That was to try it out after. It if you cut tenons all the time, that's one thing. But it sat over there, and then by the time I got ready to do some more tenons, you know, 3 months later, I had to, now what have I got here, you know? Yeah. So I made a tenon jig. They just simple, boom, you know, done with it. And I find that if it's handy, it's quick, it's as easy, you'll do it. So I wound up taking that monstrosity of a tenon jig apart and used the parts in other places for other things. Thing about it is, it took me nearly a week to make the thing. You know, you know, it's kind of like building a rocket. But anyway, I like it simple myself, quick and easy to set up, and you'll come near using it. So that's what the deal was with this. And this right here just made life easy. I mean, most of the time you got room out here, you're going inside this bench. I mean, you can get you a pair of vice grips or a screwdriver and you go. But it's like that jewelry organizer. I had 3 sides blocked, so I could just go a quarter of a turn at a time. Because when you make the turn, it lacked a little bit, you know, and then, you know, it just make things easier. And what else? Got to do a little lathe work. Still need to get back to those threads. Making that box, I'm gonna make me a keepsake box with the top screws on it. I made one, but it was just out of a piece of old pine. But you got to practice, which you know, something you don't do all the time. It doesn't hurt to do a little practice before you get into the expensive wood, if you know what I mean. Well, until I can get these in the thickness planer, I will do another one at that time. Win, lose, or draw, I will let you know how it comes out. It takes a little bit to change the blades, so I'm just going to wait till the next time I need it. So if this thing works, what I've done right here, I like keeping it in the same box, container or whatever. I marked on this thing, used, sharpen. And I'm gonna Roman numeral number it. I've used them once, I sharpened them once. So that means they're ready to use again. If I've used it twice, sharpened them once, that means they need to be sharpened. So I'm going to use that method and just see how it goes. But I appreciate you joining in. Gonna fall in the next week and see what I got going. We're gonna make some more Christmas gifts, I think. Cutting boards. We'll probably wind up doing some. I got a pattern over here. We got a wedding gift. This is the pattern. I run a flush trim around it. I mark it off, get on the bandsaw and get it close. Then I take a flush trim to finish her up. So, you know, with these circles, that's just the way you got to do it. However, you know, what we do, we laser their names and stuff like that in it. Pretty nice little old gift, I think. Young couple getting married and gonna start housekeeping. Be something for them to hang on the wall. You know, commemorate the day, you know. So that's all I can think of right now. I will see y'all in the next one. And until then, y'all be safe and happy woodworking. Yeah, happy woodworking. Well, happy woodworking. Well, let's do safe woodworking. Be safe.